We just gotta. We can compete with anybody, but we just gotta keep doing what coaches do and keep, working on what we gotta work on. It's a good learning experience because we gotta see exactly what we gotta work on for the future, so we can learn from a lot of stuff in this game.
First game operating on Petrino's system, just how do you think you guys took to it? Obviously kind of a pretty tough opponent bar, but just how well do you guys think your preparations kind of prepared you for this new system, new coach?
We just got to keep preparing. Like you said, practice, just got to keep applying what we coaches do and keep doing that on the field. And so, like I just said, just take this and we got to learn from it. We got to learn from what we messed up on and just keep improving off of that.
It's not the result you guys wanted, of course, but did you see the things in there that was just like, if we can be good, there's some good things here that we can take this into the future?
Yeah, there's some good things we did out there, but, overall, we just got to keep improving. Like, that's really the only thing to be said. Just keep improving on what we got to do and keep applying the coaching and take coaching and apply it on the field.
Any other questions for Titus? All right, Titus, we'll turn it over to Lorenzo Thomas next. Thank you for your time. Those that joined late, that was Titus Wall on the defensive side. And now we've got Lorenzo Thomas, wide receiver, up next. All right, Zoe, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. We'll open up to questions right away. Go ahead, guys.
Lorenzo, tough game for you guys, not the result you wanted, just kind of what were you seeing out there and what was so difficult for the offense to kind of get going there, especially in that first half?
Just couldn't move the ball.
Obviously, Coach had talked about kind of the barriers to you guys learning the system just with everything that's been going on. Here in the first game, through all the challenges you guys have faced, how well do you think you guys prepared for this moment and now can prepare for the next one against Central Arkansas?
Can you repeat that again?
Yeah, just you guys have had a lot of barriers to learning this new system under a new head coach and everything. Here in the first game, how well do you think you guys, executed the plan? And now looking forward to Central Arkansas, what do you think you need to work on?
I think we just need to work on executing everything, really. Because, like I said, we couldn't move the ball, so we just going to have to work on that more.
Just kind of what were the things in there that just kind of made it so difficult to move the ball tonight?
Well, for one, it was penalties. We was really shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah, you guys had a few pre-snap penalties, not just false starts and stuff, kind of setting you back and hurting you a little there. Just kind of what do you contribute to that? Do you guys know? Go ahead.
Lack of focus. We just got to focus better.
All right, any other questions for Lorenzo? You had 4 catches for 46 yards, so congrats on a good night for you, and we'll let you get to the locker room. Thanks, Lorenzo.
Appreciate it.
All right, we'll wait for Coach Petrino to get off radio, and then we'll take a quick break and have him on here momentarily.
We got a little overwhelmed up front on the offensive side of the ball. I really felt like our defense did a good job of playing hard, running to the ball. For the most part, I thought we tackled pretty well. Obviously, they made some plays, but they got some really good players. Their quarterback was really impressive. He was impressive watching him warm up in pregame, how well he could spin the ball and the different throws that he can make. We were a little bit outsized by their offensive front, but our guys competed hard, and we mixed some things up and made some, very positive plays on the defense. Offensively, it took us a long time to get going at all. But we did have a couple drives there where it looked like we were going to, be able to put something together and had a few drops on 3rd and 4th down that really hurt us. And we weren't able to get the ball in the end zone. So definitely disappointed that we weren't able to get the ball in the end zone and score. But I'm proud of our team. I thought they did a great job of being dedicated and stuck together really hard through this entire process since we got started in August practicing. A lot of different things thrown at them, from games being changed, not knowing if we were going to play, guys being at practice, guys being out of practice. So I was very, very proud of them and the way they prepared for it. And I know it's going to help us in the future, no question about it.
Coach, can you give us an update on Jayden real quick?
Yeah, I haven't been able to see him yet, but he told me that he had a upper body injury, and I don't know if what exactly that is to this point, but we'll see how he's doing. I know that he's talking and doing everything. Seems like it's going to be okay.
Coach, you mentioned pregame that you noticed some things about Spencer Rattler, that he stood out in terms of spinning the ball. Once the game started, what really jumped out at you about him?
Yeah, I think his presence in the pocket and being able to find the open receiver, and then he's got a great quick release, and can make all the different throws. And like I said, when you watched him just in warm-ups, the way he can snap his wrist and spin the ball, and his balance and his sets, he's been very well coached and he's very good.
Coach, obviously the major part of this one was just the opponent, but for you, finally getting to be out there and coach a game again, your first one for Missouri State, just what did that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it was great, the week, the preparation and everything we did leading up to it, and get our guys getting used to how we'll go about our business, what Tuesday's practice is about, what Wednesday's practice, what Thursday, being able to travel down here and come to one of the, great venues to play. I was surprised they had a lot of fans. I didn't know there would be that many people in the stands. I watched some other games earlier in the day or even Thursday night, and it didn't seem like anybody had as many fans as they had in the game. So it surprised me a little bit, and it was a little bit louder than what we told it was going to be. But it was great to be back out and working.
You bring up some of the things you like defensively. It just seemed like the defensive line, especially there in that second half, there just seemed to be some bright spots that shows that maybe if they're not playing some of the best players in the country at Oklahoma, that they can be something come conference time or even in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I expect us to be a really good defensive football team. I think that, our defensive front is bigger and faster and more physical than what we thought when we first got here. Some of that through recruiting, some of it through our guys getting bigger and stronger. And I was impressed with the ability that we were able to get some pressure. We did a good job mixing in some of our pressure package and bringing secondary guys and linebackers. And then I thought we tackled well. I was really concerned about the players we were going to go against and the skill that they had. But for the most part, our guys tackled pretty well and ran to the ball well and made some plays. So it certainly was a challenge, but they kept working at it and they kept getting better as the game went on. And I think that's what we wanted to see the most.
Coach, there was a couple times there that OU had the ball deep into the red zone, and then you were able to hold them out either to a field goal or there was that interception. What would you say about that part of the defense?
Yeah, I thought they did a really nice job of that. And the play to get the interception was a great play. I just wish he would have took a knee and got down, because it ended up getting us backed up. But we drove the ball out of there, and what was good to see is we used the exact plays that we practiced in practice and how, we went about that, and our players knew what was coming and were able to execute them and get the ball from being backed up and drove it out of there. So that whole series was good. But we do need to learn that when I intercept the ball in the end zone, I need to get down and get the ball out on the 20.
You brought up the offense and just kind of how the offensive line was a little overwhelmed, and you said that was kind of a concern going into the season, and there were a few pre-snap penalties that just kind of set them back and didn't help either. Just what'd you make of that unit?
Yeah, the unforced penalties hurt us a lot. I think we had 5 of them altogether, and it's hard enough to get 10 yards and get a first down against them when we hurt ourselves and move ourselves back. And I think some of that was a little bit surprising on the noise and some of the things we had to do to deal with that early. It did get better as the game went on and better in the second half, which is what you're looking for. That's a good, experienced defensive front that moves a lot and they stem a lot. And, they play really good defense. They're fast.
What did you make of Jayden's performance before he went out?
I thought he got off to a rocky start. We needed to try to settle down and get some completions and start moving the ball. But I felt like there was a few drives we put together where we were able to get that and get the ball going. And then we hurt ourselves again. A fourth down drop kind of hurt us a lot, and then another third down. And I thought he competed extremely hard and, got better again as the game went on. And that was one of our goals as a team, was to continue to work hard and get better as the game went on.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I was just going to ask, what was kind of the message, I guess, in the locker room at halftime? You got the score, going the way it was, and then it seemed like, obviously they made some changes too with their personnel, but you guys really played a lot better there in the second half. I guess what was the message that kind of helped set that up?
Yeah, the message was just to keep competing, keep working hard and be able to turn the video on Monday and see yourself utilizing your technique and your fundamentals and playing with great effort and, stick together. That's the number one thing we talked about at halftime, was to be a team and stick together and go out and compete.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.